Okay, so my next movie is going to be a response to 27 questions black people ask black people. Now, most of these questions I will go through pretty fast because they're useless, but there are a few that actually do deserve our attention. I won't say that all of the questions are basically racist. I won't say it because it goes without saying when it comes to BuzzFeed, in my humble opinion. Yet, the one or two questions that are in there that are really, in my humble opinion, worthwhile do need our attention. So, let's bring it.
Why is it so hard to be on time? Like, why does 5 to 10 always become 20 to 30? If my dad is on fleek, am I lit?
Why is it a problem if I like anime?
Why do black people look at your shoes before they greet you?
Why are we more likely to engage in a dance trend than we are to get involved in politics or opening business?
How did watermelon become our thing? Like, everybody should love watermelon.
Why do you get upset when I don't like a black celebrity? Race aside, some people are just terrible.
We call each other the N-word, but get vehemently upset when a white person uses the N-word.
It drains my soul to hear the word, and I just don't understand how people who have any understanding of history can use that word.
Why is my natural hair, the hair that grows out of my head, seen as a political statement?
Why do you think people with light skin look better than people with dark skin?
Do you really believe that black is beautiful?
Or is that just something you say because it sounds cool?
Why does someone say that you're pretty for a dark skinned girl? When that is said to me,
It still makes me feel like the ugliest little black thing.
Why do some black men only date white women?
why is it okay for black men to date white women, but not okay for black women to date outside her race?
Why do you protest Black Lives Matter?
And then tear each other down in the next breath. Why do we say that we don't want to be seen as a monolith, but then try to take people's black cards away for not liking something that's supposedly black?
Why are we so quick to support a non-black owned business, but then hesitate when it's a black owned business?
I mean, is there a cutoff time for this whole homophobia thing in the black community? Because I'm really looking forward to that.
Okay, that's a bunch of their questions, and if you really want to hear what they say, link to the original video is downstairs. If you listen really fast, you can hear them. It's bullshit. It's why can't I like anime? Oh, sorry, why can't black people like anime? Why can't black women date white men? What other stuff? Oh yeah, why can't black people be on time? Which is obviously only something black people do wrong. I love the one about the watermelon though, because all black people must love watermelon, right? Only black people. Something about on fleek. Probably want to look smart on that one. I don't know. It's so passé to still use on fleek to me. But anyway, um, yeah, a bunch of bullshit, a bunch of stereotypical bullshit. So we've done that. Fair enough. Then now we come to the first thing I really think is interesting.
Why is growing up without a father so common in our race?
To me, this was the first serious question in the whole bullshit thing preceding this. And this is a serious question because I actually believe him when the way he says it, he sees this as a problem. Because it is. It is a problem that, whether it's for black people or white people, that children grow up without a father and a mother. Why is it so common to do so? This is actually a very serious question. And I could say stuff like, well, yeah, black women get pregnant during school easier and they tend not to stay with their mate, or black women get sexual contact with black men and it's not that serious, or I can find all sorts of stereotypical bullshit. And I'm saying that whatever I could find is stereotypical bullshit. Well, it's not really true, but not everything I can find is stereotypical bullshit. But the stuff I said so far is. But this is a very deep and societal question he's asking. And I'm afraid no one will try and answer it. I know I can't. I'm not black. I'm not part of black society. And there will probably be some people going on about intersectionality and how black people have it so hard already. Why do they need to worry about this? No, they do need to worry about this. Because there are a few things you need to do to give your kid a good start, a good chance in life. And basically, having a father and a mother is step one. I mean, I've seen too many reports on black kids getting shot by the police because they were trying to rob a convenience store, or they stole a car, or they were caught burgling. And then always you see a crying mother showing a picture of her baby boy, and he did not do no harm to no one. Let's not pretend then that he did do harm to anyone when he was waving his gun about. Let's ignore all that. He did not do no harm to anyone. And then we can easily find pictures of that same poor boy with gang tattoos in his neck and on his face and whatnot. And you see that the woman is alone. There is no father. There usually are more kids. And something tells me that that was not a stable family. How come we think it's normal for black people to have unstable families? Or maybe I shouldn't ask how come we think it's normal. Maybe I should ask how come it is considered normal. We don't think it, but it just happens. That's a very good question, and I have to commend BuzzFeed on this question. Well, obviously, and I do hope someone will think up an answer to that one. And more importantly, I hope black people will recognize how they can be an answer to that one. I will continue with the rest of the BuzzFeed video in its, well, deserved speed, and I'll continue where, and I'll stop, etc., when there's a next interesting bit.
Why don't we like to confront our mental health issues? Therapy is such a wonderful and magical place.
Why is there a checklist for being black?
Why is being educated considered a white thing? Why can't I love school and also be black?
Why do I have to be mixed in order to have long hair?
Why do you think well-off black people don't know what it means to be black?
Black isn't only defined by adversity.
Why do some black people say, oh, I have Native American in my family in order to feel interesting or more valuable than other black people around them?
Why can't we just acknowledge that there are a bunch of different types of black people walking around and they're all amazing and unique and special in their own way?
Yeah. Why can't you adhere to my stereotypical belief of what you adhere to? I'm sorry, this is all assumptions. And these are not serious questions, which is a shame, really. Though the one about schooling, I'm not sure. Are black people adverse to other black people going to school? Maybe. I never heard of it. But then again, I mean, if we look at university numbers, we see that there are less and less white people going to university since the 1980s, roughly. The amount of black people going to university stays roughly the same, and we see an increase in Hispanics, and we also see an increase in Asian people going to school, which is, I guess, interesting. So yeah, why are black people not going to university more? Then again, maybe it's more interesting to figure out why white people are going less, but I don't know.
We within the black community are so quick to kind of tear each other down and to look towards other races in terms of their success and in terms of what they have, but never want to kind of look into the mirror ourselves.
This one, though not a question, is basically putting its finger on a very interesting point. Is the black community unable to use introspection? Are they unable to look at themselves? Could be true. If this is true, then it would answer a lot of questions, except, well, not the ones about why they like melon or something like that, but definitely about the family one. And is it just the black men, or do black women play a particular role in there? Because it could be coincidence, but the only two interesting questions I heard in this movie were given by men. Most likely it is a coincidence, though. I'm sorry, it's stupid of me to imply something else. I mean, they work with a script. They don't think up the questions themselves, or at least I don't think they do. But yeah, why is it that black people tend to avoid looking at their own community? It's a very good question. I'm not 100% sure if it's true. It seems to me to be true. I could be wrong, obviously, and I know there are black YouTubers out there that make brilliant movies by basically looking at their own community. Uh, I think his name was Tony Sotomayor. I have seen several of his movies and I am impressed by him. So maybe he is one of the ones that is looking at their own community. I'm not 100% sure though. Why it's not being done more? Maybe because people ask stupid questions. And I mean, you've put in 27 questions, and out of those 27 questions, one is an observation and one is a question, and the rest is just filler. It's difficult to take you guys serious, and basically you're not taking the black community serious. Those two questions alone merit a lot more than just a YouTube movie. The rest of it doesn't even merit a response. But then again, I'm an idiot, so I'm going to respond anyway. Here we go.
I love black folks, but that doesn't mean I don't have questions.
Why are we always looking for the discount? Shoot, I ain't gonna lie, I'm looking for discount too. I'm saying that's one.
Well, that's all the time this BuzzFeed video is going to get from me. And thank you for watching. I hope people will check out the other stuff I made, and I hope people will check out, for example, people like Tony Sotomayor to have a different perspective of the black American community. I don't want to think that BuzzFeed is right in their racist comments about black people. No, I said that wrong. It's not the racist comments. It's the racist assumptions of black people. But maybe they are. I don't know. I don't know black communities in America that well. However, though, the two questions or rather the question and the remark I highlighted a bit, those are interesting. Those are things we really do need to look into. And as we, I mean society at large, because it seems to me that the victim narrative is strong within the black community. And this is good for social justice warriors because, haha, look at me, I'm a victim, therefore you need to pay me more attention. Fair enough. And it's fun for people with the Black Lives Matter movements because, again, victim narrative. But, well, as is mentioned in this movie of BuzzFeed, I went through it pretty fast because it's still useless, but there is this Black Lives Matters bullshit movement. But it's not for all black people, because if you're a black person and you disagree, then fuck you. And if you're a black person and you don't really mind, fuck you. And if you want to help black people but you're not black, fuck you. So it's basically like all the rest of the social justice warrior tribe. We care what we say, and therefore you need to care. And if you don't care, you're wrong, no matter what we say. But okay, I'm going back into the negative. I shouldn't. Those, well, that question and that remark, those do really deserve our attention. I gave it a bit of attention. I hope other people will too. Anyway, as always, criticism is more than welcome. Feel free to drop your remarks, and see you next time.